All right, CBS headline, Americans are quitting their jobs at record rates. 10 states leading the trend. This is very fascinating. If you're new to our show and maybe you're not paying attention to the news all the time, I got your back. The only news you need to know about you and your professional career, we got it here. And so the Great Resignation, if you haven't heard the term, it just means we see more and more people than ever before, record numbers of people that are leaving one job to go to another job or start their own business. Okay, so you got women who, due to the demands of childcare during the pandemic, they moved on. You've got older folks that were close to retirement and they were given the early retirement option. They took it. And then a lot of people just going, hey, there's huge demand out there. I can go make 15% more, 20% more, sometimes higher by simply changing locations. And so this big musical chairs going on. Okay. And so that's driving demand and driving income up higher. We'll get to that in just a second. So what are the 10 states that have the highest turnover? We're going to get to that. Hourly earnings increased 4.9% in October from a year ago. With the biggest gains coming, by the way, from the leisure and hospitality industry, because they're having to juice, if you will, the hourly rates to get people to show up for these jobs because they're better paying jobs elsewhere. 12.4% jump in leisure and hospitality wages. These hourly wages, the lower wages, have still jumped a tremendous amount. So here are the top 10 states based on September's quit rates, which was a record. 4.4 million people left their jobs in September. Hawaii, number one on the list, 7.1% of the population in Hawaii quit their job. That is unbelievable. Now, what's going on in Hawaii? Quick note, a lot of older people, right? And so they could do the early retirement, and so they just cashed in, you know what I mean? And they went and said, hey, it's time for me to chop the top of the coconut off and put my feet in the air. And so there you go. Montana next, 4.8%. Nevada, 4.5%. Alaska, 4.3%. Then all these are basically in the same, you can throw a hula hoop around them. Colorado, Indiana, Idaho, Oregon, Louisiana, New Hampshire. Idaho, another one that popped out in the article as an aging population. So obviously older people who they feel good about their 401ks or their retirement accounts, probably have pensions and things of that nature, and they were given the early parachute. They said, we are doing it. So again, I mentioned September. For every job opening in the month of September, there was only 0.74 unemployed people available, the lowest ratio on record. This is according to Oxford Economics. So again, all this is doing is driving up demand, driving up wages, driving up earnings, which is good for you, the job seeker. But it is creating a lot of pain for employers because it's essentially musical chairs. And then, they left me, though I got to try to get these people back. And so there's all these strategies. Very interesting time. Here's my point. The time for getting is right now. The getting is good, as my mom used to say. You get it while the getting is good. And this is the time.